Truth is, I thought it mattered. I thought that
money
mattered. But does it bollocks? Not compared to how people matter.
Welcome, Mention and other fine folks, to the Sunday Dispatch of the Black Letter. This one is actually a tutorial. I was asked to do a bit of a beginner's guide to getting started with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So this is what we'll be exploring today. I hope it helps all of you if you're interested in getting started in your cryptocurrency Bitcoin journey. This is sort of how I'm using different applications and buying and, well, I haven't been selling cryptocurrencies just yet, but this is how I'm buying and storing my coins at the moment, my Bitcoin and Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, and Stellar is what I have currently, I think. I just started today or yesterday getting a little bit of Bitcoin Cash. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, this is more a tutorial of how you can get started if you want to. Of course, a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. And also, cryptocurrencies are inherently risky, so please be aware of that. If you are going to get started, I would suggest you just get started with a small amount, perhaps a $50 or so, or $100. Just put it in there. See how you can figure out the applications, if they work for you, if it's decent, easy enough to use. Buy a little bit of cryptocurrency, hold on to it for a few weeks, see how you like that, and of course then carry on and perhaps start doing some dollar cost averaging, or at least that's what I'm doing. So anyway, this is how I would recommend my family. In fact, this is how I have recommended my family get started. And this is, in fact, how my father has gotten started in cryptocurrencies just very recently, actually, which is terrific. And he's in his late 70s. So cryptocurrencies, in my opinion, are for everyone, really. And they're the great equalizer, financial equalizer, in my opinion. Anyway, this is not so much discourse on cryptocurrencies generally, but just how to get started with them. So there's a couple things you'll need. I mean, there's only one thing you really need, and that one thing is an exchange, really, in order to buy cryptocurrency. However, another thing that is very useful to have, and I would recommend, is to get a wallet in order to store your cryptocurrency in it, right? A wallet is an application that allows you to send your cryptocurrencies that you've bought from an exchange to your wallet, your application. Usually these are either desktop and or smartphone wallets. And so what you do is once you've built up a small amount or a modest amount of cryptocurrencies on an exchange, I would encourage you to send those to your wallet where you have custody, because historically there have been exchanges, Mt. Gox being the most prevalent, that went under, and hundreds of millions of, probably tens of millions of Bitcoin were lost at that time, and folks lost their Bitcoin. So unless you own it, you don't actually have it, right? So something to be aware of. So we'll be talking about two different things. Firstly is the wallet. That's basically an electronic wallet that's usually on your desktop, most often though in your smartphone nowadays, a mobile wallet. And just like a regular wallet, this is where you'll store your cryptocurrencies, your coins, your tokens on, just as you would store your perhaps cash and or paper notes or fiat currency in a real life wallet. A cryptocurrency wallet works similarly. So, but first of all, we need to get started in order to buy coins before we can even sell them, before we can even send them to our wallet. So we have to buy them first. And so what we do with that process usually, and this is just for beginners, so I know there's lots of other ways of getting cryptocurrency, but I prefer to deal with everything online. I know there are Bitcoin ATMs and all sorts of things like that as well, which you can investigate once you become more comfortable with cryptocurrencies. And of course, before we even get started on this, make sure you understand what you're doing, what cryptocurrencies are, why you want to get involved with them, and create a thesis for yourself so that you understand what you're doing as well as why you're doing it. So with all that said, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to look at are online exchanges. Now, there are other platforms that I'm not going to mention here because I'm not that familiar with them, haven't really used them a lot. I like to try and keep things simple for myself, and so this is how I'm doing it. There are many ways of doing this. This is just one rambling internet dude from Blabberlon telling you how he's doing it, so bear with me. If this doesn't work for you, that's terrific, and share your thoughts and how you've done it, and perhaps we can share amongst the community here of folks. So, okay, so I'm Canadian, so I'm going to focus first on the Canadian applications I'm using, just very briefly, stay with me. And then we'll go to the US-based and more international options for exchanges, which I also use. So just because I know I'm Canadian and I have some other folks who are Canadian viewers here, these are some of the exchanges I use. So the first one is ShakePay, the easiest way for Canadians to buy and sell Bitcoin. And it has been particularly easy for me currently. This is the only one so far, the only exchange so far that I haven't had to upload KYC documents. You'll hear this term KYC a lot. KYC is generally know your customer. And so what that means is that in most of these exchanges, you will have to take a photograph of a driver's license or a passport, as well as a selfie that you'll have to upload. And this is part of Know Your Customer. It's a requirement nowadays. I know it is in Canada as well as the US, where these regulations have come into play, where to help regulate this nascent industry. Before, even just perhaps a year or so ago, you didn't have to do any of this. But now, of course, the regulators are getting involved. So this is unfortunately an important aspect of having to get onto an exchange. So there you go. So be prepared for that. But this one, ShakePay, when I signed up probably some months ago, I didn't have to do that. I probably will if I want to then transfer money from the exchange, ShakePay, back into my bank account. I'll probably have to do that. I'm not going to go through that process yet. This is just about getting started, buying Bitcoin, transferring it to a wallet. So here you go. This is ShakePay. ShakePay has a mobile exchange application, and it also has this online browser application as you well know. So as you can see, actually. So you can have a look at that if you're Canadian. So we'll just sign in. I'll show you a little bit of the interface here. One of the minor annoyances, as you can see here, is that you have to usually set up two-step verification with these exchanges, which I think is a useful idea and an important one as well. So this is the inside of the ShakePay wallet. You can see here you can add funds. So here's the different ways you can add funds. So for example, you can do an Interact e-transfer. It'll give you an email address in which to send the information to, as well as a security question and a security answer you'll need to add as well. And then, of course, once you have money, you can buy and sell from Canadian dollars into Bitcoin, etc., etc. And you can send the money back to your bank account, either by Interact e-transfer or bank wire. Now, if you want to send your money, let's say you bought in this wallet here on this ShakePay exchange, and of course, they also have wallets, sort of a loose term, I guess, for wallets where they'll store your Bitcoin. Currently, you can see I have 0.0007 Bitcoin with ShakePay. And so if I want to send that to my mobile wallet on my phone, which is called Exodus, and we'll get to that in a minute, then what I'll have to do is use the ShakePay mobile wallet. For some reason, you can't send, as you saw here, you can't send your Bitcoin to your mobile wallet. As you can see, this functionality is not available yet on the website. So that's a small thing for ShakePay, but ShakePay is very easy to use. So for Canadians, that's a good one. Now, this is another exchange I use regularly, and the primary reason for that is because this allows for dollar cost averaging. All right, so the next one that we're going to look at, now we're going to move into those that are US-based and also allow for multinational citizens to use them as an exchange. Now, I don't know exactly which countries many of these are supported, but you can find out on their website. But we're going to go to Coinbase next. But one of the reasons I don't use Coinbase anymore is because they're getting in bed with the feds. As you can see here, this article, Coinbase offers US Feds new crypto surveillance tools. Now, there might come a point where most of these cryptocurrency exchanges will be required to offer some sort of surveillance tools. And I understand the need to perhaps be able to catch criminals using cryptocurrencies illicitly, but still, this kind of rubs me up the wrong way. You can see here, Coinbase, the behemoth cryptocurrency exchange, has initiated procurement deals with a number of U.S. agencies, including the Drug Enforcement Administration, and the Internal Revenue Service, for a cryptocurrency investigations tool called Coinbase Analytics, according to publicly available documents. Both agencies seek year-long contracts with Coinbase, and the DEA deal is not more than $250,000. So this is basically analytics that they'll offer. You can read the article if you're interested, and then decide if this is worrisome to you or not. This certainly wouldn't be a deal breaker for me, but with so many other options right now, I decided that I'll just use other exchanges. So I'm using ShakePay I've used, and I use occasionally. Coinberry I use regularly. And Coinbase I have used in the past. In fact, Coinbase was one of the very first exchanges I used because they have a wallet as well included. And I believe, although you'll have to do your own research on this, but I believe that Coinbase has some sort of custody insurance program so that if Coinbase goes out of business, arguably you should be able to get the value of your cryptocurrency back. But still, it's best to send your coins to your own wallet, and we'll show you how to do that. But first of all, we have to get an exchange account started. But one of the things lately with Coinbase is that for some reason I'm unable to buy any cryptocurrency with them using a credit or debit card. So I'm not sure if other Canadians have that problem, but that's a problem I've been having. But however, here we are. So this is Coinbase. They have a lot of coins. They're one of the bigger ones. And if you choose to use them, of course, there'll be links down below. All the links below will be affiliate links, so be aware of that. If you don't want to use them, then just go ahead. In fact, I'll just send you non-affiliate links as well. You can choose which one you want to use. Okay, so I'll sign in here, and then I'll show you the interface. And as you can see, Coinbase also requires two-step verification, as they all do, which is a good thing. Okay, so here you can see that this is the Bitcoin interface. As you can see, I have a small balance, probably residual from what I had moved most of my coins out of here, just a little bit left over. And it's fairly easy to use. So for example, if you wanted to buy, then you would trade here. But I've got to add a payment method, and it hasn't been working currently anyway. But that's how you would go through the whole process. I'm sorry that some of this is not, I can't take you through all the whole steps. As I've said, a bunch of these have, some personal information, and as you know, probably from having visited my channel for a while, I'm a bit of a private person, not trying to be anonymous necessarily, but a little bit private. And of course, I've set up these accounts historically anyway, so I can't go through a whole process of setting up a new account, but it's fairly straightforward. As I said, you'll need KYC, so they'll ask for driver's license or passport, as well as a selfie, so be prepared for that. Coinbase is a good exchange. I've used it well. As I said, I've just had concerns with it historically about where they're going with helping the federales, right? Not that I have anything to hide, of course, but I think privacy is an important right that we need to maintain and protect. Anyway, I don't want to make this too long. This is Coinbase. So another one I've been using a little bit is Crypto.com, and I've already made a purchase there through a credit card for, I think, $75 worth, I think, of Bitcoin Cash. So we'll use that one, and I'm going to take some screenshots of it and then add this to the video later so you can have a see how that looks. And then we'll get on to the specific wallets and how I use the wallet to send the cryptocurrency, my Bitcoin, etc., from the exchange to a wallet that I hold on my mobile phone. Okay, folks, so here we are. Here's some more screenshots from my Crypto.com exchange app on my mobile phone. And I have, reason this might look a little weird for those of you paying attention is because I'm recording this after I've recorded how to send crypto from your Crypto.com application to your desktop wallet app or to your mobile to your mobile wallet app. And so that's why these numbers look a bit odd, but nevertheless. So when you want to buy some cryptocurrency, from the home page here on the Crypto.com on the left-hand side image, you can see that you tap on the Trade blue button circled in red. That'll bring you another pop-up, as you can see in the right-sided image. And what we want to do is buy. And then from there, we can choose which cryptocurrency we want to buy. So for the argument, or for the sake of this particular tutorial, we're going to focus just on Bitcoin Cash, but the same process works with Ripple or Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever cryptocurrency you want to use, buy and or send to your wallet. So as you can see, I'm tapping on Bitcoin Cash, which is circled in red on the left-hand sided image. And then on the right image, you can see that you can choose the amount you want. So for this tutorial, because I'm not super flush, I just decided to buy 0.1 Bitcoin Cash. You can see in the middle there, circled in red. And that comes from my MasterCard. And you can add a credit card if you don't have one already. It will give you an opportunity to do that. Fairly straightforward process. You can choose how much you want, and then you can buy whatever you want and click on the blue button. So for me, that circle in red, I'll buy 0.1 Bitcoin Cash. And then on the left image here, you see that we have to confirm our purchase. And there's a little red 11 in the top right-hand corner. That's basically a countdown timer. Because cryptocurrencies are so volatile, the values of them are changing quite rapidly. And so you have a timer here, a 15-second timer, I think it is. So you verify that everything is correct, and then you hit the blue button that says confirm at the bottom, circle in red. And then on the right-hand side of the image, you will also have to add in your passcode, which you've already set up when you started with when you first downloaded and opened and set up an account with the Crypto.com exchange application. And then once we've confirmed that, you can see that I have purchased 0.1 Bitcoin Cash. And that's great news. Then on the right-hand side image, you can see I've gone to the main homepage of Crypto.com application on my smartphone. And I just swiped down to refresh the page, and you can see that it has already gone through. That's basically how you buy, folks. And now we'll take a look at how to send what you've purchased to your desktop Exodus wallet app. And the process is similar for your mobile phone wallet app if you have one as well. Okay, so here is Exodus. Exodus is a wallet. It's the wallet I've chosen to use. There are tons out there available, but I really like Exodus because it has a desktop app as well as a mobile wallet app, and it has a whole bunch of coins, 100 plus cryptocurrency assets that you can use. So let's get to that on the desktop, and I'll show you how to receive the coins that I've just sent from my Exodus mobile application. There are other wallets as well that I have used that I like well enough. However, Exodus is currently my favorite. Bread or BRD is another wallet that is a good one. So something to consider. And then I also have Trust Wallet that I use as well, which is also another good one as well. So there you have it, folks. Okay, folks, here I am. I have the Exodus desktop app that I'm using. The reason I'm using this, it's easier to screen record on my Mac here than it is on my Android cell phone. So that's one reason. That's another reason is that I use my Exodus wallet primarily on my Android phone. And so as such, I don't particularly want to disclose all that personal information that might be on that one. So here you can see this is the interface, the main interface. And so I'm going to make our first deposit here, basically, is what I would do in order to receive and or send cryptocurrency. But because I want to receive from my Crypto.com exchange account, as you saw earlier, what we'll do now is we'll have to make sure that we have the correct public address in order to receive the Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin or whichever cryptocurrency you're using to this Exodus wallet. So click on this one, make your first deposit. And I'm not sending any Bitcoin and I'm not receiving any Bitcoin either. So it's important that you choose the correct coin, of course. So I think it defaults to Bitcoin, obviously, as the granddaddy, the biggest one of them all. But as you can notice from my cryptocurrency, my Crypto.com exchange account, that I'm actually going to transfer Bitcoin Cash. So you have to choose which particular currency you're sending or receiving, because they all have specific different addresses. So we don't want Bitcoin. This is not Chainlink. This is not Dash. It's not Ethereum. But if it was Ethereum that I wanted to receive, then I would click on here. So it works the same way. Just make sure that you have the correct coin assigned, in this case, Bitcoin Cash, and that you choose receive, because you want to receive in this case, Bitcoin Cash to this wallet of mine, this Exodus wallet, from my Crypto.com exchange account. So I click on receive. Nice thing about a lot of these wallets, most of them, and the exchanges, they use QR codes, which makes it much easier. Or you can also copy your public address. So this is my public address, which means that I don't mind if you have it, because all you can do with this is send me Bitcoin Cash. So thank you very much. Okay, so now on my phone, I'm going to click on the QR code, and it will read the QR code here on Exodus, and we should be right as rain. And so you can see that on my phone, I've added the image in here that it accepted the wallet address. Hi folks, so here we have some screenshots from my mobile smartphone, and we're looking at the Crypto.com application on there, the exchange app. So on the left hand side you can see that we have $72 roughly of US dollar value based cryptocurrency, and so we want to transfer that to the Exodus wallet on the desktop. So as you can see, circled in red is the transfer button, so we click on that, and then in the right image you can see that we get another pop-up window from below. This is all on an Android phone, so it might be different on an iPhone, but it'll be a similar process. And so what we have here is two options. We can deposit or we can withdraw. Because we want to withdraw to our Exodus wallet, we click on withdraw, and then that brings us to this next pop-up, as you can see in the left-sided image. And we don't want to withdraw fiat, we want to withdraw crypto to other platforms, in this case to our Exodus wallet. So we tap on the crypto there, as circled in red. And then on the right side image, you can see that we have a few options. We can send it to a Crypto.com user, we can send it to a Crypto.com exchange, or Crypto.com wallet. Both are grayed out because I don't have those. And then we can also have an external wallet. And of course, what we want to do, because Exodus is an external wallet, that's where we'll send it. So we click on the circled in red there, the blue little wallet application symbol. And this will take us to the next screen. And here you can see on the left side, we have to choose the type of wallet that we're going to send it to, or which cryptocurrency we're going to send to which wallet address. Now, of course, if you're using Bitcoin, you'll choose Bitcoin. If you want to send Ethereum to your wallet, you'll choose Ethereum, because each cryptocurrency has their very own addresses specific to them. So you have to use the correct wallet address for the correct cryptocurrency that you want to send to your wallet address, right? So in this case, I'm sending Bitcoin Cash, as circled in red there, as you can see. So I tap on Bitcoin Cash, brings me to the right image, where I need to add the Bitcoin Cash wallet address, and I have to add a wallet name. So because this is on my smartphone and Exodus is on my desktop app, on my MacBook desktop, I can click on the little QR code symbol there that is circled in red on the right-sided image, and I can take a picture of the Exodus address as you'll see, or as you have seen in the previous part of this video, and then this Crypto.com app on my smartphone will self-populate the address. As you can see here, the Bitcoin wallet address is self-populated, circled in red. And then of course I have to give the wallet a name, and on the right-sided image I just chosen Exodus as the name, and then you click down below the blue continue button. And then because this is the first time I'm adding this wallet address, it's not yet trusted, they want to make sure that I'm aware of what I'm doing and I've chosen the correct wallet address. So they've sent me an email to my Gmail account. And so I can click on the blue button at the bottom on the left-sided image called Open Mail, or I can just go to my Gmail. And here on the right side, the image here is the email I've received from Crypto.com. And I click on the blue button, Confirm Withdrawal Address. And once I've done that, you can see that the withdrawal whitelist on the left-hand side is showing. And I can see that the wallet address is correct. And so I tap on the blue withdraw word, circled in red on the left-sided image. And then on the right-sided image, I get an option of how much I want to send. So the first step is to put your cursor into the BCH button or location there. And then the second step is to click on max, or to put in the amount you want to send. In this case, I'm just clicking on max. So you can see here it pre-fills 0.25 Bitcoin Cash, which is the maximum I have. And if I'm happy with that, then I click on the blue button that says withdraw, which is circled in red. And on the right side, it's asking me to confirm, make sure that everything is correct. Double check the wallet address, make sure that that is correct. I usually just remember the last 4 to 6 numbers and digits just to make sure. And I'm happy with that. So I click confirm down below, the blue button, circled in red. And woohoo, yeah, baby, we've made it. The withdrawal has been sent. Your Bitcoin Cash withdrawal request has been submitted. And Bitcoin Cash is very fast, as you've seen, or as you will see in the rest of this video, as we receive our cryptocurrency into our Exodus desktop wallet. So there you go. I hope that's helpful, and let's carry on. Okay, so here we are again at the front page, the main page on the Exodus wallet here, as you can see on my desktop. It would work similarly with the online, or excuse me, the mobile wallet on your smartphone. And as you can see, we just received the Bitcoin Cash as we were waiting. So there you have it. Obviously, a good idea to back up your wallet. And so now you can see I have the asset, which is 2.249 Bitcoin Cash, which means I lost, as you remember from the previous screenshots, I lost 0.001 Bitcoin Cash. Originally on my Crypto.com exchange account, I had, I think, $72.27 worth. Anyway, so you can see that I've lost a little bit of money. I think maybe, perhaps that was $1 or so. I'm hard to tell. Unfortunately, there are fees involved in all of the exchanges that I've seen, and of course you have to pay the miners who transact and mine these different blocks so that they can get paid as well. There's transaction fees in that, so you will lose perhaps around 1% or so. But at the end of the day, I think that's worthwhile, and I don't think there's a way around that, unfortunately, at this point. So here's the wallet. This is the information I have. As you can see, I have some Bitcoin Cash. The value is 72.16. My balance is 0.249 Bitcoin Cash. Over the last 24 hours, it has gone down by 1.4%. Bitcoin has been up. Ethereum, XRP down a little bit. Litecoin down a little bit. And where's Stellar? Stellar up 5%. But then again, as you know, Stellar hasn't been doing very well. Click on this button here. This will give you the wallet information. So here you can see what I have. Grind down a little bit greater detail. And what I like about Exodus 2 is that you can exchange it. So I would recommend, if you are choosing to go into Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies generally, just stick with the main ones, Bitcoin, Ethereum, perhaps some others as you do your own due diligent research. Perhaps even better still, perhaps Bitcoin Cash. I understand the transaction fees are lower, but what you can do here is this exchange. You can exchange. So for example, I can exchange my Bitcoin Cash if I wanted to. So I can say all of it, and it'll put it all in there. And I can exchange it for Ethereum if I want, or Bitcoin if I want, or I can exchange it for any of these cryptocurrencies. There's a whole bunch of them here. It's one of the nice things I like about it. So what I'm doing most often, although as you saw earlier, I'm doing a bit of dollar cost averaging on Coinberry for a bunch of different coins, but often what I'll do is I will exchange coins depending on where they're at, their asset value in my Exodus account, for other coins. And so I can do that here, as you can see. So they've got Compound, they've got all the major ones here, which is a nice thing about Exodus. I also like the GUI, or the user interface. And then what I would do is I would hit exchange, but I don't want to exchange this. I just want to keep it as it is. And here's the history. You can see what happened. And of course, this is all I've done so far, just to make it easier for you guys. And there's support if you need it. And here's the settings. So for example, it's useful to create your own password. So that's important to know. So I'm going to create a unique password and put that in here. And so I like to use strong passwords. So this is over 20 characters long. And remember, this is very important because now you're your own bank, basically. So you need to make sure, especially with your wallet and also with your exchange accounts, that you remember your passwords. I use a password manager. I use LastPass currently. MyKey, MYKI, is another good one. Links will be in the description. And then I store the password as a secure note in my password manager. If you don't do that, then arguably write it down on a piece of paper securely and keep it somewhere safe, so you don't lose it. And then here as well, this is important as well. This is exceptionally important. Just as you have to remember your password, you also have to write down your 12-word phrase. And most of the wallets that I've used for cryptocurrency do require a 12-word passphrase. It helps to basically secure your wallet. And what the passphrase is, my understanding of it, this 12-word phrase, is basically your private key. It's how you secure your private key. So if you lose this 12-word recovery phrase, your cryptocurrency, your Bitcoin is gone and lost forever. So this is exceptionally important. Now, I'm not going to show you the particular words because, of course, if you had these words, you could download the desktop wallet And then you could put them in and you could basically access my specific account and steal my 0.25 Bitcoin Cash, which is not the biggest loss in the world. But if I'm going to use this desktop wallet on an ongoing basis, then I certainly don't want you to be accessing my coins as I build more and more. So this is very important. It says here your 12-word recovery phrase allows you to recover your wallet in case you ever lose access to it. The same will be for your mobile wallet. If this is your Exodus wallet on your smartphone, you also need to write down your 12-word recovery phrase. Because if you lose your phone or you get a new phone and you re-download the Exodus app, you'll need this 12-word phrase. I can't explain this and emphasize this enough. This is crucial. This is fundamental. Passwords and passphrases are everything. They're basically the keys to your kingdom. So make sure you remember them, write them down, keep them securely. And so as you can see here, you can mouse over the numbers to reveal the different recovery phrases. I'm not going to do that because that's for me, but that's important to know. And then we'll finish up. I'll show you how the next of it works. Okay, so I have written down my 12-word passphrase and added it to my password manager as a secure note. So we'll carry on now. And here it is asking me to confirm that I remember my passphrase, or I know which words they are. And one thing I perhaps forgot to mention, but this passphrase needs to be, these 12 words need to be in the exact order that they were given to you. So there's 1 through 12, they're numbered, and you have to keep them in that order. So if you have all 12 words in the passphrase, but you put them in, if you're trying to recover your app and your wallet, if you put them in the wrong order, it won't work. So you have to make sure that not only do you remember the passphrases, the words in the passphrase, but you have to remember them in the correct order as well. And so, for example, this one is saying, which word from the list below belongs to your paper backup, right? So only one of these words is one of the 12. And so I'll have to confirm that, and then we'll carry on. Okay, so now it has completed my backup, and I can click on here to view my secret phrase again, and I can click on here to reset my password if I like. And then, of course, you can personalize as well if you want. You can set currency. I have mine as US dollars. Generally, that's the way I keep it most often. And you can choose the different colors, texture, skin, sounds. I don't really bother with that. And then here we are, go back home. And you can see I'm losing money hand over fist on my Bitcoin Cash. Means it's probably going down more. And so it does look like it. It is going down a little bit more. I wonder if I click on this if it gives me a better chart. It doesn't. So you'll have to use one of the charts I've used. But there you have it, folks. That's basically how you set up an exchange. So just to go over this again, you need an exchange in order to buy the cryptocurrency, your Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Stellar, whatever it is you want. You need to set that up, and they will require KYC documents, basically know your customer documents. And with all the accounts that I've opened up, they've required both a selfie and a copy of a driver's license or a passport. I've chosen to give them my driver's license. My passport I'm a little bit more concerned about. And once you have the exchange set up, then you can transfer money into it. Some of them you can actually use credit cards to buy, but I would only do that as a last case, or as a worst case, because credit cards oftentimes give you additional fees on top of what the miners and perhaps exchange might charge. And the credit card fees are substantial. They're in the low single digits themselves. And then that's on top of perhaps the 1% or so fee that you'll be paying for transaction costs and mining costs that can't be avoided. And so once you have some money in your exchange, and what I'm doing is, and I would recommend, again, not financial advice, but I would recommend you do dollar cost averaging, maybe $50 a week or $50 a month, whatever you can, and then just dollar cost average in it with the exchange. And then I usually like to transfer my cryptocurrencies out of the exchange to my personal wallet every few $100s worth, just to be safe. So you have to choose an amount that you would feel relatively unconcerned with losing. And then anything above that, transfer all of that money, those crypto coins, into your wallet. So you need the two things, and I highly recommend you use both of them. So it's a bit of a pain. So please review this video, go over it a couple of times, make sure you understand it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask below, and I'll try and give you some advice as best I can. Of course, I can't speak to exchanges or wallets that I haven't used or I'm not using, But that's basically how you get started in cryptocurrency. And then, of course, to send money or crypto coins, it's easy. All you do is you click on the send button here, for example, in this case, Bitcoin Cash. And then I add in the address I'm sending to. And of course, on the mobile wallet, it's so much easier. So basically, I would just pull up my mobile wallet. I would click on send as I just did. And then I could scan your QR code here from a camera. And then I could scan your QR code for you to receive Bitcoin Cash or whatever cryptocurrency. And it's that easy, it's that seamless, nobody's involved, no middlemen. It's private and secure. I mean, not absolutely private, but your bank doesn't know. There's no sort of middleman, financial middlemen getting involved. So there you have it. Here you can see the Bitcoin Cash network fee down below. So it's very, very minor. That's the network fee. And of course, there's additional fees with transactions, I think, for the exchanges to make some money. There you have it, folks. So fairly easy process. I know it might seem overwhelming, but again, just review it. I hope I've helped. I hope you found this informative. And of course, all the links are down below, affiliate and non-affiliate. So you can choose. And then, of course, let me know if you have any questions on how it goes. And I welcome you to the cryptocurrency citizenship or the citizenry of the cryptocurrency world that we're developing, trying to make a more egalitarian world for all of us, make it all-encompassing, and giving everybody a chance to make use of financial transactions. I'm a big fan of cryptocurrency for these reasons. I think it's the great equalizer. Thanks so much for bearing with me. I know this has been a long tutorial, but I just wanted to make sure I try to get it as best I could. And I apologize for some of the difficulties. I couldn't show you some of the other exchanges and how they worked. But most of the exchanges will work as Crypto.com worked. And so sort of just go through the process. Take your time with it. Start off very small, 20 bucks, 50 bucks, 100 bucks, whatever is a small amount of money for you. And just start with that. See how you get comfortable with it. Learn the processes and take your time. And if you have any questions that I am unable to help you with, then of course there's great support often with a lot of these different exchanges as well. They'll be happy to help you too. Obviously they want your money to make a little bit of that transaction fee. So feel free to reach out to them. Thanks so much. Enjoy the newfound financial environment we're finding ourselves in and start protecting your wealth. Stay healthy, wealthy, and wise. And remember, be patient, be kind to yourself, and above all else, dom spero, spero.